Yes, good afternoon, my dear students, and also welcome to electronics online classes. As usual, we are studying about the different applications of operation amplifier, and in the yesterday's class, we are discussing about so important application your op-amp, that is your op-amp is used as a active filter. It means as usual you are having so many advantages or so many applications of your op-amp, and it is having some special application. As I said yesterday, your op-amp can be used as an active filter. Also, the op-amp can be used as a digital to analog converter and analog digital converter, and also having the op-amp can be used as a comparator, schematic trigger. These are the special applications of your operational amplifier. And as you completed the yesterday's class about the active filters, as we know about why we call it active filter, because you are using an active component, especially you are using an op-amp along with your passive filters. As usual, the passive filter nothing but the filter constructed by using R and C combinations. As usual, passive component nothing but integer, resistor, capacitor, inductor. The filter constructed by using the passive component is nothing but passive filter, and the active filter nothing but a filter constructed by using active element as usual, and also it is having the passive element. It means in your active filters, it is not having only the passive filter, along with you are having an active element, that is something about your operational amplifier. And as I said already, your study was studied about the two important types of active filter. One is called first order active low pass filter, and also studied about the first order active high pass filter. The difference is about as usual, in low pass filter that allow only the lower frequencies that attenuates or stop the high frequency signals, but in your high pass filter that only allows the higher frequency signals that attenuates or stop the low frequency signals. And you are studying about the first order and second order difference. As I said already, in first order you are using only one R and C combination. If you are using more than one, if you are using more than one R and C combination, if you are using two R and C combination, that is something about second order active filter. And as I said, your second order filter is as similar to, it is as equal to the ideal filter. It is as equal to the ideal filter. And today we are going for the lecture number 10. We are going for the lecture number 10. And already I said about you people, today we'll go for the another most important application of your op-amp. Op-amp can be used as a digital to analog converter. Digital to analog converter. Or I can say in short for infrared DAC. Digital to analog converter. And especially you know already basics about in electronics you are having the two signals. One is analog signal and another one is a digital signal. And as usual, the analog signal is nothing but it is a type of signal. In this signal, the signal is continuous. The signal will be current or voltages. The signal is continuous. But in your digital, the signal is discrete or it is not continuous signal. Example, as you know already, analog signal nothing but your sine wave, and digital signal nothing but your square wave. It means in general we want both the signals. In electronics we give more importance to analog signal as well as the digital signal. But as you know already, what is the necessity of your digital to analog converter? Because in general you are giving more importance to the analog signal. You are giving more importance to the analog signal, because what I am saying here, I am saying something, this is in the form of analog. But important thing, as your computer, the computer does not know the analog signal, or the computer is not understanding analog signals. The computer works and processes data in terms of digital. The computer only the process and gives the or takes the data in terms of digital. But as I said to people, in general, if I said something that is in terms of sound signals or your the variation in the pressure or variation in the temperature, they all comes under your analog signals. It means your and once the computer processes data, that data is in terms of digital. But if the data is in digital, the human being cannot understand the digital data. Once again, we want the conversion. We want the convert the digital signal into analog signal. It means in electronics, we are giving more importance to the digital to analog converter. It means in the input you are having digital, in the output you are having the analog signal. The input you are having the digital signal, in the output you are having the analog signal. Or you can say by using the op-amp you can convert the digital signal into the analog signal. By using the op-amp you can convert the digital signal into the analog signal, because as I said, your computer can understand only the digital signals. And also as I said, if the output of your computer or your microcontroller or microprocessor, they comes under the digital. But if the output is digital, the human being cannot understand the digital signal. It means once again you have to convert the digital into analog. How to convert digital into analog? By using DAC. Actually, the DAC it is a device, a circuit. By using the DAC, you can convert the digital into analog signals. And in the digital signal, maybe the binary signal, or it may be the BCD, it may be the binary, or it may be the BCD signal. The input may be the binary, or it may be the binary coded decimal signal that can be converted into analog, especially analog, but you can consider the DC voltages. And that is something about the importance of digital to analog converter. The digital to analog converter, it is a circuit or device. They convert the digital signal into the analog signal. And digital signal may be any your digital signal, it may be your binary numbers, or it may be any your BCD codes, the binary coded decimal numbers that can be converted into analog signals. The analog signal may be the DC voltage, it may be plus or minus voltages. This is nothing but in brief about digital to analog converter. Actually, there are two methods to convert digital to analog. There are two types of digital to analog converters. There are two methods to convert digital signal to the analog signal. One is called R to R ladder network. Ladder network. And the second one is called binary weighted D2 A converter. Means by using you can go for the binary weighted resistance. You can write about binary weighted resistance D2 A converter. Binary weighted resistance D2 A converter. We'll go by one level. It means we can convert the digital to analog signal by the two methods. One is called R to R ladder network, and another is called binary weighted resistance D2 A converter. These are the two methods to convert the digital to analog signal. And as usual, you are using the op-amp, and by using the op amp we can convert the digital into the analog signal. First go for the R adder. First go for the R adder network. First go for the R to R ladder network. Look here, as usual, here we are using an op amp. The op amp can be used as a digital analog converter, but we are using an op amp is used as a buffer amplifier. It is also used as a voltage follower. We are using an buffer amplifier, or we are using an buffer amplifier. As we know already, buffer amplifier nothing but it is also called as unity gain amplifier. It is also called as voltage follower. It means here you are not connecting an feedback resistor. Both the output and input are short circuited, and here you are using you are connecting an ladder network. You are connecting an R to R ladder network to the non-inverting terminal. We are connecting an R to R ladder network. Yes, it is having the two resistances. Here it is having the two resistances. I can write in simple. Okay. Very small diagram. It is having the three resistances there in series. Yes, it is having the it is an R to R ladder network. Actually, the circuit is very simple, but having the rather very big diagram. Is nothing but ground, and here we have R and R to R to R to R. Now, actually, we can write here. Yes, this is nothing but your B reference. Recording plus 16 volts as a reference voltage, and it is having the this B0, B1, B2 and B3, and it is having the your resistance or you can write here the S1, S2, S3 and S4. This is about the importance about it means it is having the positive VCC and negative VCC. Actually, as I said, it is having the R and 2R ladder wrapper. It means it is using only the two values of resistance. It may be the R, may be the 1K means 2R may nothing but the 2K. Like that you are using the two resistances, and this ladder network you are connecting to the non-inverting terminal of your buffer amplifier or voltage follower. It means how actually it works means depending upon the switches S1, S2, S3 and S4. If the switches are connected to the positive voltages, or the switches are connected to the reference voltage or plus 16 volts, or if the switches S1, S2, S3 and S4 they are connected to the ground. Depending upon the switches how they connected, we can having the different inputs. As usual, as we know about, you consider for example your S4, S3, S2 and S1, or you can say your B0, B1, B2 and B3. Consider for example if all the switches S1, S2, S3, S4, all the switches are connected to the ground. All the switches are connected to the ground. It means 0, 0, 0. Your input will be 0 volts. The output also 0 volts. It means because all the your switches S1, S2, S3 and S4 they are all connected to the ground. If all the switches are connected to the ground, nothing but your input is 0, output also 0. For example, you can consider here if your input, consider the S4 is 1, S3, S2, S1 are 0. It means the switch number 4 is connected to the reference voltage, or it is connected to the plus 16 volts. The switch 4 is connected to the positive voltage. The remaining S1, S2, S3 they are connected to the ground. In that time, you get the output. Yes, you get the output. You will get the input. You get the input as 1, 0, but you get the output as, yes, you will get the output 8 volts. You will get the output 8 volts. It means you can go for the, it is actually 4 bit. It is actually 4 bit R2R ladder network. It means because of 4 bit we are having nearly about 16 possibilities. We are having nearly 16 possibilities. Because 2 raised to 4 is 3 but 16 possibilities. It means if the switch 4 is connected to the positive VCC, remaining switch S1, S2, S3 they are connected to the ground. In that time what happens, your input will be 8 volts, and as because in your buffer amplifier output follows the input. It means here also having the 8 volt. Here having the input also 8 volt, output also 8 volt. And then similarly you can go for the another one combination. That is nothing but if you consider the yes, you can go for 0, 0, 0, 1. Then you get the only the switch S1 is connected to the positive VCC or reference voltage, remaining S2, S3, S4 they are connected to the ground. In that time what you get the input also 1 volt, output also 1 volt. And because your buffer amplifier, the output follows the input. Or you can write here, the 0, 0, 1, nothing but 1 volt. Because your input is in the binary, but output is in terms of analog or in terms of your DC voltages. Similarly, you can go for the another combination, that is you can go for the 0, 1, 0, 0. Only you can make it S3. We can make it S3 to the positive VCC, remaining S1, S2, and remaining S1, S2, S4 are they connected to the ground. Then also get the 0, 1, 0, 0 get the 4 volt. Or you can say 4 volt and 4 volt. The input is 4 volt, output also 4 volts. And finally, if you want, you can go for the another combination. You can go for another combination, that is 0, 0, 1, 0. Only the thing, the switch S2 is connected to the positive VCC, remaining S1, S3, S4 they are connected to the ground. In that time what you get? We get the 0, 0, 1, 0 means you get nearly about 2. Like that, having the different, if you are giving the different input voltages, if you are applying different input digital signals, or if you are applying the input as binary numbers, but you get the output as the analog signals. If you are applying the input to the op-amp by using R2 or a network, you are applying in the input you are got digital signals, but in the output you get the analog signal, or you get the output in the output you get the DC voltages. Actually, if you are having the, here I said only one, if you are having the more than one in the sequence, if the BCD number having more than one, then you can use the superposition theorem and you can get the output. I have given the example for 0, 0, 1, 0, and if you want you can take here, if you consider here 1. It means our VCD having the number of ones or more. In that time, by use the superposition theorem, we can go for we get the output, we get 0, 0, 1, 1, we get the output as 3 volts. Or you can say input 3 volt, output also 3 volt. Like that, can go for how we can convert the digital signal into the analog signal. And if you can write any 3 or 4 examples, then actually I will draw here, you know already, it is better to understand. You can draw the diagram, you can draw the table. In that table, we can go for here S4, S3, S2, S1 and output voltages. Or you can, if you want, you can write here, right here. S4, S3, S2, S1 and the output voltages. Or you can write B0, B1, B2 and B3. Right. And here you can go for the table. You can apply the different input voltages. First you go for the 0, simple to draw the figure. Running the output voltages, that is output voltage. Here, you can write 8 zeros and you can write 8 ones. You can write very small. Very small. Now you can write here, yes, you can write 8 4 zeros. 4 zeros and 4 ones. Next is 4 zeros. Next you can write 2 ones. Next you write 2 zeros and 2 ones, 2 zeros and 2 ones, and 2 zeros, 2 ones, and 2 zeros and 2 ones. If you want, you can here we can go for that for confusion. And finally, can write about 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, and 0, 1, 0. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. One second. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. And you are having the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, is 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And to write the very simple, first you have to write the 8 zeros, then 8 ones, and 4 zeros, 4 ones, and 2 zeros, 2 ones, and here 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, you can write up to 16. It means that is nothing but R two order ladder network. 4 bit. Actually, as I said, it is having R and 2, it is having R and 2R, ladder network, you are using the RB1 key and 2RB2 key. They are connected in the ladder fashion. They are connected to the non-inverting terminal of your buffer amplifier. And as I said, depending upon the switches, the S1, S2, S3, S4, they may connect to the 0 volts or they may connect to the reference volts, and depending upon the input signal, as we know, the input may be the binary or it may be the BCD numbers, and depending upon the input voltages or depending on the input signal, we'll get the output we are having in the analog form or in the DC voltages. This is about in brief about R2 order ladder network. It is so important question 5 marks. First you have to draw the line diagram and also you can draw this table, and as I said here, you can write 3 or 4 example how actually you are converting the binary into the analog signal, or how you are converting the input is in the digital and how you are having the output is in the analog form. This is about in brief about the R2 order ladder network. Now we will go for another one that is very simple as compared to the your R2 ladder network. That is nothing but your the binary gated tracer. The another type is about binary gated. Another number binary gated transistor DAC. Actually, here you are using the 4 resistances. You are using the 4 resistances, and now you are using op-amp. It is now you are using op-amp as an adder, or op-amp is used as a summing amplifier. For if you go for the binary weighted resistance type of DDA converter, you are now in this case your op-amp is used as a summing amplifier or it is used as an adder. And as usual, your R2 order ladder network, your op-amp is used as a buffer amplifier or it is used as a voltage power. Now, as usual, we are having an op-amp. Yes, you already studied about the summing amplifier. In summing amplifier, what is the adder? The output voltage is sum of the input voltages. The output voltage is proportional to the sum of the input voltages. And here you are not considering the non-inverting terminal grounded, and there is again feedback resistor, that is RF, or you can write RF is equal to R. And here you are using an 4, it is also 4 bit, it is also 4 bit, and you are using an 4 adder. You are using the 4 input voltages. You are using 4 input voltages. we are using an R, 2R, and here as usual we are using an positive VCC and negative VE. As usual, you are connecting an yes, you are connecting an B0, B1, B2 and B3. This is nothing but your LSB and this is nothing but MSB. As usual, the least significant bit and most significant bit, and this all the weighted resistances R, 2R, 4R, 8R, they are connected to the inverting terminal. And because our inverting amplifier or op-amp is used as a summer or is used as a adder. And as usual, if you are applying the different voltages, if you are applying the different input digital signals, or if you are applying the input in the form of binary or BCD, and depending upon the output in your summer, what is the output for summer? You know what E not equal to, or you can write here for the summer, what is the formula for the output voltage in the adder? That is nothing but V not equal to minus RF into V1 by R1 plus V2 by R2 plus V3 by R3 plus V4 by R4. This is the formula to find the output voltages for the summing amplifier or for the adder. Consider the input voltage. Consider input. It may be the 0, 0, 0, 1. You are applying the input to the B0, B1, B2 and B3 through the R, 2R and 4R, 8R network, or through this resistor you are connecting to the op-amp as an adder. And as usual, we move on to the output voltage. Yes, the output voltage is the input. Output voltage is nothing but V naught equal to minus V1 or you can write RF by R1 into V1 plus RF by R2 into V2 plus RF by R3 into V3, finally RF by R4 into V4. But important thing, RF is equal to R. Then you can write minus. Actually, your V1 nothing but you are applying to the 8R. You are applying to the here 8R. We can write here and here 0 means 0 volts and 1 means 5 volts. It means here what happens? V1 nothing but 5 by 8 is R and R cancel, and plus these are all 0 by 4R plus 0 by 2R plus 0 by 4R. But important thing, we get output equal to minus of these are all 0. When we get 5 by 8, the 5 by 8 is nearly equal to 0.1 minus 0.625 volts. It means if you are applying input in terms of digital, but you will get the output in terms of analog. You will get in terms of DC voltages. That is minus 0.625. Why you get minus? Because you are using inverting adder. You are using the inverting adder. This is nothing but if you apply the different voltages. This is one example. You take the input voltage 001. We may get 0.625. 0.065. This is about the output voltages. Similarly, you can take another example. You take another example. You are using same formulas. Only you can take the change the inputs. If you take the input voltage 0 0 0 0, you take the input voltage 0 0, or you take the input voltage like that 0 0 1 0. Now in this case what happens? V0 equal to is minus V1 is you can consider only the here. You can consider only the is minus RF, or you can write RF by, only consider minus RF by R1 nothing but or you can write 0 by 8 plus 5 by 4 R will cancel plus is 0 by 2R plus 0 by 1. It means we may get yes, we may get here we may get this is our 0 5 by 4. The 5 by 4 nothing but nearly about we may get 1.25 minus. Like that you are having the, if you apply the different input voltage, you get the output voltage in terms of analog or in terms of your DC voltage. Similarly, you can go for the, you take another one, 0 0 1. In this case, V0 equal to minus of 5 by 8 plus 5 by 4 plus 0 by 2 plus 0 by 2. In that time what happens? As we know, minus 5 by 8 is equal to 625 and 5 by 4 is equal to 1.25. We can add the 1.25 plus 0.625, 625, we may get 5, 7, 8. We get nearly about minus 1.87. Like that you are having the different input voltages, you get the output voltage. This is in terms of binary, it is in terms of analog or in terms of DC voltage. Minus is because of you are applying the inverting adder or inverting summer. Finally, go for another example. We take another example. We take input 100. You can take 100. In that term, what happens? Is V0 equal to minus of 0 by 8 plus 0 by 4 plus 0 by 2 5 by 1. We get V0 equal to minus 1. Like that you are having the, if you take the input as 100, you get clearly V0 equal to minus 5 by minus 5 volts. This is nothing but how to get the output voltage by using your op-amp is used as a summer adder. It means by applying the different input binary numbers, or we apply the BCD numbers to the input, we get the output in terms of DC voltage or in terms of analog voltage. It means you are applying the by using R2, R4, or gator resistances. Why it is called weighted resistances? Because we are using different types of resistances, R2, R4, or gator weighted resistances, and you are converting the decimal into the analog signals. Converting the digital into the analog signal. And finally, you can take another example. The input may be the 1 1 1 plus 2.5 plus 5. If we add all those things, we get nearly about minus of 9.37 something here. Or you can add it. 5 plus 2.5, 7.5, 1.25 and 6.625. This 5 as it is, this 7 as it is, this 13, 9.37, 9.37, 5. This is what your output is. It means yes, by using your op-amp, how you are converting the digital into analog signals, or if you are applying input as digital signals, or in terms of binary, or in terms of BCD numbers to the input, and how you are converting the decimal into the how you are converting the digital into the analog. That is, actually I just said by the two methods we are converting the digital into the analog signal. One is called R2R ladder network, and another one is called your binary weighted resistance type of conversion. It means in your R2R ladder network you are using an op-amp is a buffer amplifier, or it is used as a voltage follower, and depending upon the switches S1, S2, S3, S4, if they may connected to the ground or they may connect to the reference voltage, you will get the different output voltages. But in the second case, we are using about the binary weighted resistance type of conversion. Here you are using an op-amp is used as a summer, or op-amp is used as a adder, and we know the output of voltage of your adder by using the output voltages, and by applying the different resistances R2, R and 4 or 8 are like the different types of resistances, and you may get in the output, you may get the in terms of DC voltages or in terms of analog voltages. This is about the today's class. In the next class, you go for the another type of conversion, that is how you are converting analog into the digital, same once again by using your operational. Thank you.